Hey guys, welcome back to the Crafty Couple. Today we've got 4 Dollar Tree DIYs that'll be perfect for holding all of your favorite greenery and flowers. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up and let us know in the comments which one's your favorite.
For this first project, I grabbed all different types of succulents that Dollar Tree is carrying right now, and a plastic garden dish. I started out painting the whole thing with the mineral chalk paint by Minwax, and you can just get that at your local Walmart. After 2 coats of this chalk paint, it was looking a little bit flat to me, so I mixed a little bit of black in with the gray just to give it a little more dimension, and I also did the same with white paint as well. And then to blend it together, I just used a wet paper towel. Then I added some white rocks from Dollar Tree. And now it's time to add all your succulents.
For this project, we're going to use this glass vase from Dollar Tree and some twine. What we want to do is hot glue one row at the very bottom of the vase, and you want to make sure that that's all the way glued on. Once the first row is glued on and completely dry, what we can do is just start wrapping it around the vase. And we don't really need to glue any of this. What we're doing is just tightly wrapping it around, and we're going to do that all the way up the vase. Once you get to the top of the vase, we want to make sure we glue all of that down. That way the top and the bottom are completely glued and the twine won't come undone. To clean it up a little bit and get rid of some of these little strands, I just use this lighter and went across the whole thing. Obviously it's fire, so be very careful, but it will clean up a lot of that. The next part, we're going to put some masking tape all the way around it. I eyeballed it about 1/3. You could do that, or halfway, really whatever kind of design you want to do. And what we're going to do is take this white Waverly chalk paint and paint the entire bottom part of this. While the paint is still wet, go ahead and pull off the masking tape. As you can see, there's more of the little fuzzy strands that are poking out, so we'll just take our lighter again and singe that and clean it up a little bit. To complete this project, I used some floral foam from Dollar Tree to give it a little bit more height when I put the grass in, and I'm just using some of this grass from Dollar Tree.
Now for this next project, to make the planter, you're going to grab some Nautical rope from Dollar Tree and hot glue it in a spiral pattern. You can make this however big you wanted. I didn't want a huge planter, so just when you're finished, cut off the end and hot glue onto there. And then to make the whole sides of the planter, you're going to grab that same Nautical rope and start on top all around the edges. When one of the Nautical rope ends, you'll just connect the two at the very top, get it as close as you can, and just keep hot gluing. Once it's as tall as you want, just cut off the excess and hot glue it. Then I put floral foam inside. And I'm going to be using this greenery that I got from Dollar Tree. Then go ahead and stick it in the floral foam. And then to finish it off, I added white rocks from Dollar Tree.
For our next project, we're going to use some foam board from Dollar Tree, and we're going to cut it so the height is 5 inches and the length is 12 inches. I'm going to start by measuring up 5 inches, and I'm going to make a few marks on the foam board. That way I can make a straight line. And this is just a metal ruler that we also got from Dollar Tree. Now that I have the marks for the height, I'm going to go ahead and measure out 12 inches and do the same thing, just make a few marks at the 12-inch mark. And then I will go back and line up the ruler and draw a straight line at 12 inches and at 5 inches. Once we have the rectangle marked out, I found it's easiest to cut the foam board with a razor blade. Now that we have that cut out, we can use it as a template. So place that on top of the foam board and then just trace it out and cut it with the razor blade. For the two ends of the box, what we're going to do is create a 5-inch by 5-inch square. So right here, I'm just measuring out 5 inches and up 5 inches, and then we'll cut that out to go on the end of the box. Once those are cut out, you should have two 5-inch by 12-inch rectangles and two 5-inch by 5-inch squares, and that is what we'll make our planter out of. For the shiplap effect, I just drew a line at each inch mark in between the 5 inches, and I felt that was a pretty good spacing and give it a really good look. Once you've marked it off, go ahead and line up your ruler on all of those marks and draw a straight line. Once you have all of your lines drawn, you can go back now with a Sharpie and just do another straight line over the pencil. For the distressing on this planter, I'm using Waverly chalk paint in mineral and ink, and I'm just going to get a little bit of each of those on the brush and make sure that you have most of that paint off. We're using a dry brush technique on this. I didn't want to give it a lot of distressing, just a little bit. That's why you want to make sure that most of that paint is off of the brush. I forgot to show you the bottom piece that I cut. That's actually going to be 5.5 inches by 12 inches. It needs to be a little bit wider to accommodate the foam board that we're gluing on here. So what we want to do is start with one side and just glue it onto the top of that bottom piece and then work our way all the way around. Now we're going to create the metal end caps that go on each corner of our planter. We're using some poster board from Dollar Tree, and we decided to make them 2 inches wide and 5.5 inches tall. And what we're going to do is measure these out on the poster board and cut them out and then paint them to give them that metal look. Once we have all of those cut out, the next part, we want to go ahead and fold each of those in half the long way. To give it that metal look, we're going to start by using this brilliant silver Krylon spray paint. Once those have dried, we're going to go in and use some ink Waverly chalk paint to distress it. Again, I like to dry brush and then also use a wet and dry paper towel to give it an aged look. I'm also dabbing the brush on there as well as using brush strokes. We're going to go in and dry brush these thumbtacks as well. You're going to need 24 total, but we want a little bit more paint on than what we do the end caps. We want them almost black, but a little bit of that silver poking through. Now that all of our distressing is complete, we can go in and glue all of these poster board end caps on the planter. To finish up this planter, the last part is to put all of these thumbtacks in. We decided to do 3 on each side. Now that that's complete, we can go ahead and put our greenery in. We're just using this floral foam from Dollar Tree, and please be careful, the thumbtacks are sticking through. The greenery we're using today is from Walmart. I think it looks a lot better than what you would get at Dollar Tree. Thanks for watching, guys. We hope you enjoyed today's video. Make sure to subscribe and hit that bell icon so you can be notified every time we upload a new video.